Well, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Autumn certainly hit us now, hasn't it? Today, following on from my last video where I showed you my little Motion Pro toolkit, I'd like to expand on that and talk multi-tools. And my preferred multi-tool at the moment, I did used to be a Leatherman guy, used to carry a Leatherman everywhere with me. Now I'd like to discuss this. This is the Gerber dual force, and I found this to be a very useful multi-tool, more useful even than my Leathermans. So I'll just find somewhere where we can set up a bit better and we'll go through this and all the functions it's got. Okay, see you shortly. So we found somewhere to sit down so we can properly go through this multi-tool. So, Gerber dual force. What's in the box when it's delivered? So it comes supplied with this canvas pouch. This canvas pouch can be worn either vertically, like so, by putting your belt through that loop there, or horizontally, like so, by putting your belt through that loop, those two loops there. Simple Velcro fastening, but it's never come open on me. It's pouch, it does what it's supposed to do. A leather pouch would be nicer, but there's nothing wrong with the pouch, perfectly serviceable. So why is it called the dual force? And this is my favorite part of the tool. So it's the pliers. So it opens up like most multi-tool pliers, but as you can see, they're a lot more substantial jaws than you would get on most multi-tool pliers. And if you watch, when you slide it, you actually widen the jaws, hence the name dual force. They're really good pliers, and you can put quite a bit of force of them, and all of these edges are rounded off, so with a good squeeze you're not hurting your hands. There's no sharp pressure points anywhere, whichever way round you have it. Really good. And the jaws themselves are really well designed. You've got this small black tip area that is zero tolerance, so that'll grab bits of wire or whatever you want. Then you've got a smaller round cutout here for your smaller nuts or round things, and a larger rounded cutout here. And there's quite aggressive teeth inside of them, and they grip really well. That's my favorite part of this multi-tool. If you're needing pliers on a regular basis, which I tend to find I do wandering around the land, the ideal thing to carry. Really good on motorbike trips and things like that as well, because they are a very, very good usable set of pliers. Almost as good as a dedicated set, I would say. Far better than the needle nose ones I'm used to on my Leatherman Wave, which struggle to grip most things. Second favourite part of this multi-tool is the screwdriver bit. So if you close up the pliers, the screwdriver bit is just there, and it opens out, and as you can see, that's a center drive screwdriver. So as you turn the handle, the screwdriver bit stays central, which makes it really good for tightening and loosening screws. And the other great thing, absolutely brilliant thing about this screwdriver driver is it takes your standard screwdriver bits, so you can really tailor that to whatever you want to carry. Personally, I've just got 2 Phillips and a flat drive in there, but if I go on a motorbike trip, I will drop in a Torx bit that I know I need on one of my bikes. And when you use this in conjunction with the Motion Pro tool that I reviewed in my last video, it really does make quite a comprehensive toolkit. Other things you get on this multi-tool, you get quite a good serviceable file. It's slightly more aggressive on one side than the other, and it will do what a file's supposed to do. It does come, if you can see just there, with a chisel end on it. That is very, very easily damaged. That chips very easily, and I think I chipped that the first time I attempted to use it, and I wasn't doing anything particularly aggressive with it. The other tools you get, where is it? You get the obligatory saw, quite an aggressive tooth pattern, quite a thick blade, and for small sawing jobs, as you would use a multi-tool for, perfectly adequate, does the job. And you get a knife. Obviously this is a locking knife, so depending on where you live, certain rules may apply as to carrying this, but I found the blade to be quite good, and I personally believe it holds an edge better than my Leatherman's. Yeah, perfectly serviceable knife blade, and I use it a lot, and it keeps its edge, and when it does lose its edge, it's really easy to bring it back to a quite sharp blade. Things I don't like about it. So one of the things I struggle with this that I can really do easily on my Leatherman is the single-handed operation of the blade. So when you've got one hand tied up, being able to deploy the blade single-handedly is doable, but it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. I was hoping that with use this would loosen up slightly and become easier, but it hasn't, and it does take quite a bit of pressure with your thumb to get that to deploy. The other thing I don't like about it is you can't deploy the pliers single-handed, so there's no way you can do that with one hand. So if you are going to use the pliers, you need to sort of open them beforehand. One thing I did forget to tell you was there is extra storage. Excuse the dogs, they're playing. Extra storage for screwdriver bits actually in the tool itself. Excuse me 1 second. Hello. Yeah. So all in all, it's a really good multi-tool, and they're currently retailing for apologies for that, I'm back. I just had to quieten the dog down, otherwise all you'd have heard was barking and not me. As I was saying, they're currently retailing for £90 on Amazon, which puts them slap dab in the sort of mid-range Leathermans. The Wave Plus is around about the £140–150 mark on Amazon. You can get cheaper Leathermans than this, but I think the Leathermans you can get that are cheaper than this aren't as good as this, if that makes sense to you. Would I recommend this? Absolutely. My Leatherman's gone into virtual retirement now. I do still leave it in one of my work bags in case I ever need it, but this takes pride of place. I'm so impressed with it that I actually lost this, and within a week I'd ordered another one off Amazon, so now I'm the proud owner of 2 of these, and it literally goes to the field with me every time I go to the field, and it lives on my belt when I am at the field. So yeah, highly recommend this. Hope that's been of some use to you guys. If it has, or if you've enjoyed this video, please hit that like and or subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next video. And remember, keep on dabbling.